Hello and welcome back. This is Sherry with Full Armor of God, and I really didn't expect to come on here this soon since I just posted 2 videos last night, but I believe I received another prophetic message, and as you can see on here, I received it today, Wednesday, November the 22nd. The message states vehicular homicide at 12:23 p.m. The vehicular homicide at 12:23 p.m. Now, I just looked at the news because I was out today. Me and my husband went to see a movie, so I just found out about this, and I saw a report from the governor, and she said that it's not terrorism, but I'm going to play a few clips for you of what took place. And what I believe has happened is, I think they said there were 2 people in the vehicle, and it was on the RainbowBridge, and then the vehicle exploded into one of the border buildings where the people, I guess, check the passports. And I don't think that person was killed in the building, but I think the people that were in the car were killed. So I'm not sure exactly how this message should be interpreted, vehicular homicide. So I don't know if that means that they were intending to use their vehicle to kill somebody in the border building. I don't know. This is just what I heard. So let me play those videos for you, and then I'll come back and explain to you what 12:23 means in the Hebrew Concordance.
Yo, oh my God, are they alright? Astaghfirullah. Oh my God.
Okay, that was a
Yo, oh
short
my God,
that I
are they alright?
found.
Or it's the customs check-in. Difficult again to know from this angle exactly which is which.
John, this just in now to the newsroom. It sounds like Fox News has confirmed that one male has been taken into the hospital with some kind of injury resulting from this incident, whether it was an explosion of a vehicle or something else. It sounds like this is the first confirmed injury to a person that we know about as the story is developing.
Yeah, well, you can imagine, though, that if there were people in the vehicle and the vehicle blows up, there may be other casualties. This is a real mystery at this point. Was there an explosive device in the vehicle? Was there some catastrophic malfunction? I mean, cars usually don't just blow up. They can catch fire. But, the authorities are only at the very beginning of looking into this. So we'll get more information on this as time progresses. We're also reaching out to our contributors to see what they and their sources know. So stick with us on this, because this is really puzzling. We do know, according to Christopher Wray, who's testified about this twice in Congress, that there is an elevated threat of terrorism against the United States as a result of all the unrest in the Middle East. We're not saying that this is terrorism, but just to say that there is an elevated threat. When a vehicle blows up, your spider sense obviously starts tingling.
And the mayor's office there confirming that federal authorities are investigating. So hopefully we'll get new information out of there over the remainder of this hour. We will bring it to you as it comes in.
Yeah, so again, updating from the hospital, a male 27 at Niagara Falls Memorial Hospital with minor injuries, back pain, minor cuts. We don't know if this was a person who was in the vehicle If it was somebody who was working one of these either toll booths or customs checkpoints, status of this patient, not severe, which is good news. No other victims in the hospital at this time. But again, if some reports that we're hearing that there were multiple people in the car when it exploded are correct, then there's bound to be other casualties.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the earlier report. Now I will give you the report from the governor.
From the scene of a horrific accident that led to a high-level anxiety all the way from Western New York to Albany to Washington. But before I describe the details, I want to be very, very clear to Americans and New Yorkers. At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist attack. Let me repeat that. At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist-involved attack here at the Rainbow Bridge in Western New York. At 11:27 this morning, a car going at a very high rate of speed crashed into a median at Niagara Street, just minutes from here. It's in the city of Niagara Falls, near one of the border crossings into Canada, the Rainbow Bridge. There are 4 border crossings here in Western New York. This is one of the busiest crossings, not just in Western New York, but along the entire U.S.-Canadian border. And it happens on the busiest travel day of the year. So naturally, in a time of heightened alert, everyone sprang into action. It crashed into a Customs and Border Patrol booth, and the car and the booth immediately exploded. Burst into flames. I saw the video of an airborne vehicle that was absolutely surreal. You actually had to look at it and say, was this generated by AI? Because it was so surreal to see how high in the air this vehicle went, and then the crash and the explosion and the fire. That video will be released very shortly. As I said, we're not aware of any threats to this area, but I state the caveat that the investigation is ongoing. If you can imagine, this vehicle basically incinerated. Nothing is left but the engine. The pieces are scattered over 13, 14 booths. So it is a large scene, and it's going to take a lot of time for our federal law enforcement partners who are with me here today and I'll identify to be able to piece together the real story.
Okay, so she's saying that she doesn't believe that it was a terrorist attack, but it was an explosion, and there was people in the vehicle that died, and I believe the person that was in the booth was injured. So I don't know. But all I know is that I heard the vehicular homicide at 12:23 p.m. today. I looked up 12:23. And this is Strong's Hebrew Concordance, and it means an enclosure, a fold for sheep. So the only thing that I can think of, the enclosure, would be the Border Patrol booth. So please, as always, take it to the Lord in prayer and discernment and receive confirmation from Him. And may God bless you.